Hi, welcome back to more Horizon Zero Dawn. And, yeah, we're about to pick up.
If you're gonna watch some slaughter, this is the place to do it.
I don't like heights.
So we're supposed to get there?
You worry me, boy.
Oh, I can just jump down here. Oh. Jumpy, jumpy. Dude, I'm excited to learn some truths. Yeah, I guess we're going down, huh? Oh, okay. You know best.
The other side of the tower. Look for a vent.
Look for a vent?
I see you've been here before.
Obviously. Now, it's very important that you hear what I'm about to say.
Mm-hmm.
I've shown you the way in, but this humble vent marks a point of no return. Before you descend into the depths here, you should be fully committed, equipped, and focused. No distractions. If you have errands to run, do them first or hold your peace. I won't tolerate whining. Is that clear?
Are you
tolerate when
telling
I give you
me?
signs. I didn't ask you along for the ride.
Are you telling me if I go in there, it's a point of no return? That's what you're telling me, right? Let me Google that then real quick. Okay, so Google, or like what I read up on, I just checked one thing. It's apparently not a point of no return. It's just a very long quest. And I guess you should be prepared with items. If we go into this. I mean, I would like my health to be completely full, or like the medicine at the bottom, but I think at this point I'm ready for this. But what I'm also wondering about though is this ancient armory quest. Because I'm wondering if we got or did all the main quests to get it. But I don't think we're able to go back to... Or at least I haven't gotten an indication that we can go back to... Dude, where is it? Oh, it's over here. To Mother's Watch. Maybe we're able to do that after this. I don't know. I think we had to do a couple quests of the main quest to be able to go back. I don't remember which ones. But we're gonna start this. We're gonna do it. We are doing it. I'm sure there's some health to be gotten down
I've
here.
spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure, as year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
So you never got further.
Hold for identiscan. Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. Malfunction.
Oh.
Malfunction.
Are you
Malfunction.
kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way. Hey! Elizabeth Snowback here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Sure.
Yes.
Emergency venting authorized.
I underestimated you. Too bad now,
Yeah, well, you don't trust me, so I'm not surprised you're underestimating me too. Uh-oh.
Guess you can't have everything.
that will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Anything I want back here? I guess not, maybe. Since we're starting here.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. We found
This
it.
is exciting!
Are you really so surprised?
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Another incident. This morning's unfortunate incident with Dr. Popovich is another example of reception's need for additional support. We appreciate that Zero Dawn is an immensely complicated project, but as the staff who serve on the front line, we're tired of being neglected. As we have already requested, we need human translators, fluent in Polish, for example, security staff who can subdue and range embryologists, for example, and dermal sedatives to calm persons who are screaming in Polish while hurling stares and vases at reception staff, for example. Yes, most of the candidates are reasonably calm and well behaved, but we need help handling the exceptions to that rule. Please respond. Okay. Oh, we need support too. Okay. From reception staff. Reception staff continues to require additional support managing ZD candidates when they arrive at this facility. Many are frightened or confused. Some are highly agitated. These are not the sort of persons who are accustomed to having information withheld from them. At minimum, we need human translators. The Langbots are not sufficient. And mild sedatives for the extreme cases. Any and all support would be welcome. Perhaps you could start by responding to one of these mails? Yeah. Please respond. I don't see any other thingies. Yep, there's health down here.
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
A smaller room.
Okay, there's stuff in there.
Please proceed into viewing room 1 for an important message regarding the purpose of your visit.
Uh-huh. Soundproofing. Would it be possible to improve the soundproofing between VR1 and the lounge area? Most of the candidates stay quiet during the presentation, but the ones who scream or sob can be plainly heard by candidates waiting their turn in the lounge. Just a thought. What the hell? I'm probably gonna be yawning a lot here because there's a lot of reading and stuff, and I don't know, I've been having a couple of tiring days, or like I've been more tired recently. So excuse me for yawning. I'm just saying it now because reading a lot makes me yawn more. So it does not mean I'm bored, and it does not necessarily mean I'm tired either. It just happens, I guess. For the 5th time, please restock the lounge's selection of herbal teas. If I had to listen to one more egghead throw a tantrum because we're out of the organic cucumber mint or blackberry sage varietals, I'm going to lose it. Please respond, and at this time, no Tempest in a teapot or steep demand jokes, okay? Oh, no Tempest in a... okay, yeah. No jokes, basically. Interesting supply crate. Can't pick up everything, it's fine. I think that was it from this area. So the door we can't open. Okay. I really don't want to miss anything here.
What was this place?
holographic theater.
CD01 data intact.
That's a lot
Initiating
for
playback.
not being able to get in here. Oh,
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors that Zero Dawn is a top-secret superweapons program, the technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them, and they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a superweapons
I'm
program.
not surprised about
And it
that.
will not save us. Nothing will save us. And here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing
Is it
can.
about saving
Its
as many
robots will
people as they
continue
can?
to replicate and devour the biosphere.
In these bunkers?
Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival
Is it about
option.
surviving long
The
enough that you
destruction
can
of a
crack
biosphere
it?
is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock
Ew,
with
that's
several
sad.
million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating, waiting for something to eat.
We still got greenery.
This is the horrible
so-
truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you. And the work you will do here.
I'm not surprised.
Zero
That
day.
makes sense.
The day that life on Earth ceases to exist is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
Ah, the music kicking in. Nice. Okay.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
Life on Earth didn't cease to exist,
I know. That's what
You
I'm.
said it could not be stopped.
but it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it.
Yeah, I don't know. Did something unforeseen have happened and she not be the reason it stopped? Because yeah, Earth is not taken over by robots everywhere eating the plants and everything. There was something else I wanted to say, but I don't remember.
Kestrels. They got in. Through the vents.
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? Tomb?
That looks like looks like glass or something. I don't think I can shoot through that. I don't know where they got in though. Ah. Okay. Ow. Why did I shoot you?
Almost had it.
Dude, I hate...
Good. We're too close to let tribal primitives stop us now. The data points, what did they contain?
We'll see, we'll see. No, I didn't mean to pick that up. Put it down. I don't care about that. Okay, we got sneaky place. Just interesting. Okay, I'm gonna search the place around here first. Ooh, I don't know how long this episode is gonna be. It did say it's gonna take a while. Maybe it was better of me to start this today.
With Suzanne Alpert, environmental scientist. Doctor?
Well, I'm committed, so...
Just stating your name. What were you thinking about, Doctor?
Nothing the General said. Not really. I was on the Syzygy East Response Team in 2051, just after the second earthquake compromised the reactor. I still dream about it, after all these years. The red zone spreading on the imaging, slowly, so slowly, like a hand opening its fingers.
Your involvement in that event is why you were asked for by name.
Really? That's interesting. Because nothing worked. Nothing could grow there again. It was a catastrophic failure. But the red zone is a blip compared to global-scale biomass reduction. The biosphere and hydrosphere will collapse, render the Earth uninhabitable long before the robots finish us. Enduring victory can't buy time against that. So, you'd better show me what Zero Dawn really is.
You know what I would love to see? A game about the collapse of everything. I want to see, like, several different viewpoints, maybe one from Elizabeth Sobeck as well. But, like, I want to see a viewpoint from a soldier just sent out to just do what he, like, trying to stop this with enduring victory, like, trying to stop the robots and stuff, but probably dying in the end, and just, like, I want to see the beginning of it, because seeing a society collapse, I love, it's weird to say I love that. I don't love it for real life, right? But I love it in movies and stuff, like apocalyptic events. Love it. I would love to see that. Counselor guidelines. Debrief after presentation 1. Candidates must be allowed to ask questions and be given the necessary time to fully absorb the information they have received. It is important to be aware that candidates have just been exposed to triggers for severe mental and emotional trauma. Do not assume silence or outward calmness indicates acceptance. It is essential to stress that all other options for combating the Pharaoh plague and preserving the continuation of human life have been considered and found unworkable. Communicate this fact calmly but clearly and firmly. Familiarize yourself with data on the catastrophic environmental impact of nuclear engagements versus the swarm, Addendum B1, and unfeasibility of maintaining life in orbital, lunar, or undersea structures, so that you can counter candidates' objections in depth. If a candidate asks for time alone to review supplementary information, allow this without hesitation. Be sure to inform security personnel so the candidate can be monitored for attempts at self-harm. Candidates should only be cleared to proceed to presentation 2 if you believe their mental state is sufficiently stable. Note that real-time support will be available via your focus. Security and medical crisis teams are data corrupted. Questions.
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Captain Okilo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we could negotiate a diplomatic solution.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, U.S. Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Yes, and I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face this horror, even though the challenge was great. Cyber warfare. I thought Zero Dawn would be a Manhattan project to generate the deactivation codes. With the resources I had, I estimated code breaking to be a hopeless endeavor. I was almost looking forward to being proved wrong.
Unfortunately, your estimation was correct.
As your General Harris said. So then, you did not bring me here to commiserate. What is left?
Yeah, the second thing I wanted to mention was the code breaking, yeah. I don't know if I understood it correctly when Harris was speaking about it, but my guess is that they needed time for them to be able to break the code. Has it been enough time that we have been able to break the code and can stop the machines? Question mark. But in the first place, I thought it couldn't be broken at all. So I don't know, but we'll see. You know, I'm excited to see us get there.
Look, let's cut the mystery. You're building a colony ship. It's obvious. And it's not gonna fly. I mean, literally. Remember the Odyssey? That multinational heap of space junk that's been in graveyard orbit since '57? That went nowhere real slow. And you have to get somewhere real fast. Do you have any idea the immensity of the challenge to prep a new colony ship in time?
To be clear, I'm not a worker on the project.
Do you even understand how few people it could save? The whole generation ship concept is not gonna happen. It's the first thing you'd abandon in favor of embryonics. For that kind of storage, we're talking a lot of bulk, a lot of power, a lot of resources. So even if you do it, even if you build it and point it at Sirius X, there's no room for people on that thing, all right?
If you could try to remain calm.
You people are crazy if you think you're getting off this rock. No one's getting off.
Medical.
I have another theory about Zero Dawn and why it was called that. We've been in a lot of these cauldrons, right? These bunkers. And to me, it seems like they put all the people that could work on maybe code breaking, like work on something, I don't know. But they put them down here, and after they got down here and locked it, there would be 0 dawns for them because they couldn't get back up on Earth to see any dawns appear. That's the theory as well, I guess. So that's why they call it 0 Dawn. They put all these people down here so they could work on something. Or just make some people survive. I don't know what happened to then in that case, because we have people up there, right? So maybe people broke out of these cauldrons to go back up, or some people on the surface did survive. I don't know. We're getting answers and I'm excited about it. It makes me have a lot of questions. Okay, so the thing over there. Yes, you want me to go through this door. But I'm not done here.
You previously worked for Faro Automated Systems.
On the Chariot Line self-replication routines? I came here thinking this was a rendition. When your people took me, I thought, about time. I've been trying to swallow the guilt every day since...
Would you like to take a moment?
No, I really hoped 0 Dawn was a way to undo it all. My work. And I'm sorry to say I was ever proud of it, but Ted could really sell a concept, and in the labs, in the light of creation, that first test run, when you saw they understood their own structures, could rebuild themselves from memory and light, there were no limits. God, there were no limits.
So this is a kind of screening to get people, the right people down in this bunker. I'm just gonna call it a bunker, I don't know. Travis Tate.
Want to discuss?
Whew. So Mama, she was right.
Pardon?
My mother, she took her Bible real serious. Not just Texas Bible serious, Pentecostal serious. Favorite chapter? Revelations. Now, I didn't always understand her on account of all that speaking in tongues and such, but when she did use her words,
There was always end times this and lake of fire that on kind of sinful lifestyles. Speaking of which, mind if I smoke?
A tobacco cigarette.
Sorry, darling. My taste run classic. Compliments to your team tracked me down. Been a price on my head 18 months now. Sterling Malky was me, don't mind admitting. Been plenty of snakesters chasing the bounty too. But I kept the zigging to their zag. How'd you finger me?
I believe Dr. Sobek listed you as an alpha candidate. Priority snatch and grab.
Always suspected she had a little thing for me. Hey, I don't suppose you got real coffee in this place? You know, blood coffee? Conflict cappuccinos?
Mr. Tate, I'm clearing you to proceed. Just go.
So Sobek wanted him. Interesting. Tom Peach?
It is accurate, yes.
So these mechanical monstrosities, they don't just kill people. They feed off them?
Not just people. All organic matter.
Every living thing dissolved into nutrients. Millennia of evolution liquefied. The miracle of life reduced to bloody biofuel.
In a word, yes.
Who did this? Pharaoh? That arsehole. Is he here?
No, Doctor. Please.
Tell him Tom Pake wants a word.
Cake. Okay.
Now, get off! Get off! Doctor, please! You get Ted Pharaoh in here!
Yeah, we know. Okay, I just had another thought. I'm just voicing it. So the machines need biofuel to operate, but if they killed everything, all the humans and all the plants, they would stop working, question mark, because there would be no more biofuel. So what if the machines realized this and decided they kept some things alive so that they could also survive? So they didn't craft more robots than necessary so they could keep living? I don't know. Again, an interesting thought. I don't know if there's any truth to that. Okay, there's a ladder here as well. Can you get up here? Again, don't want to miss anything.
There is some mistake. I don't understand why I was brought here. Why would you show me these things? I know that there's already a lot to take in. In the waiting area, I was seated with a Nobel laureate in biophysics and a monk, I think. He spoke neither English nor Mandarin. It is very strange. And General Harris? What was he talking about? The robot swarm, the Pharaoh plague? I understand it is terrible, but it really cannot be stopped? Why tell us this? There are people in Shanghai, my friends, my family. They have joined Operation Enduring Victory already. It is for nothing? We will all die? We're going to be able to answer some of these questions. I just want to know why I am here. It doesn't make sense to me. You were brought here because of your skill set.
Yeah.
No, that can't be right. I am an art historian. I know Dutch masters, Japanese calligraphy.
Which means you have...
Gerhard Richter.
Yeah.
What does that matter now?
So, they wanted these people for their skill sets, but it doesn't look like a lot of those skill sets or information survived by the people that are now on Earth. Right? It doesn't seem like they have a lot of information from the past because they're rejecting machines. Well, most people are rejecting machines. So this seems for not getting all these special people here. I don't know. Very interesting, very interesting. Anything cool under here? No. Okay, so we can obviously go through that door, but then we do have this. Oh, now we're on this side of things. We did have this crawly space. I'm just gonna see where this leads. There's two different, or is this a dead end? No, it's not. So, wait, where does this one go? This one goes that way. And this one goes, oh, this way. Oh, don't try to run. Does it lead out into the other hallway? Oh, this leads... Oh, this is probably where I got into it in the first place. I guess it might have been a way to avoid the people that got here, or get them from different angles then. So yeah, this just leads here. Okay. Well, good to know. I don't know if there's any other data in here that I've now missed. I don't think so, so I think we're continuing. Okay.
CD02 data intact. Initiating playback.
Okay.
Elizabeth,
is this her information then?
You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh Plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end?
Mm-hmm.
What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need
more
a true
AI,
fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere.
This
An
seems
immortal
very
guardian
complicated.
devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted.
Yeah, seems like
Hardware
it.
that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes.
I don't
It's
think
not
the
an
information
impossible dream.
survived that
It is
easily.
within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it.
Years.
We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
Okay, there was a lot of information there. Point out things if there's anything special there you think I should have seen. I tried to take it in, but
then remade?
yeah, that just seems very.
By a machine. A machine of.
Okay, wait. My brain is going it's being overloaded. I feel like an AI. I feel like a machine right now myself. What if? Okay. So let's say, yeah, that happened. That there's plants on the Earth, so it succeeded. We're now probably 300 years after the catastrophic event. But in this day and age, the information about humans and the past doesn't seem to have survived. It's still here, I think, like in machines and stuff, so we could still learn it, I guess. But my question is, if Gaia still exists, that AI repopulating or fixing Earth with the machines that are up there, they're cleansing things, if I'm understanding correctly. But something can take over this AI, no? Like, that's what I'm scared of. What if something takes over this AI and adapts this AI to what they want and then destroy Earth again? I don't know. That was a lot. That was so much. Okay.
Elizabeth did this. For life. For us.
Yeah, not to survive, but to save life later, or make life.
If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a pharaoh robot? And why does it want to kill me?
Because you represent Sobek?
Apollo.
And Gaia?
The archive of knowledge. What happened to that?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm as confused as you are.
I mean,
the answers lie ahead.
It makes sense that not everything went smoothly. You know, like this was the most complicated thing ever created. There would be some hiccups, don't you think? That makes sense, but I'm sure there's reasons that we're gonna learn about. So, very, very interesting. Make your selection. You are now in possession of information regarding the true nature and purpose of Project Zero Dawn, classified far above top secret. As such, we regret that you cannot be allowed to leave this facility. Yeah, that makes sense, because then you would spread the rumor that, or spread the information that the Earth is going down and everybody up there is gonna die, so that would be bad. There are 3 options available to you at this point. Please consider each carefully. Trained counselors are standing by to assist you in making your choice. Participation. You'll be assigned to a sub-project team based on your area of expertise. You should be aware that the way forward will be difficult and the project's outcome is uncertain. You will be expected to work a minimum of 80 hours per week. Well, considering they had 16 months or something, that makes sense. And your communications with family members will be strictly limited and monitored in real time. Upon successful completion of the project, you and your immediate family, for 2 persons of your choosing, will be transferred to the Elysium sealed habitat to live out the remainder of your natural lives. Yes, a bunker. 2. Indefinite detention. Should you choose to decline participation in Project Zero Dawn, you'll be confined indefinitely. You will be given 48 hours to reconsider, after which your decision to refuse participation will be considered irrevocable. Every reasonable effort will be made to make your term of confinement as comfortable as possible, but you will not be permitted contact with outside world, and death within 18 months due to the Pharaoh Plague is inevitable. When the Zero Dawn facility is abandoned, detainees who wish not to opt for medical euthanasia will be released. Okay, so they abandoned the facility because of the plague. I'm missing something with the plague. I don't remember. Because I'm thinking about like the robots taking over, but there's also a plague. My brain. 3. Medical euthanasia. The information you have just received understandably calls into question the purpose of continuing to live. If you would prefer to end your life at this point, pain-free medical euthanasia is available. 48-hour waiting period is required, during which time you may instead opt for participation or confinement. Please notify a counselor when you're ready to make your choice or if you have further questions. I would definitely be helping because I want to help the planet, you know? I want to help people being able to live again. So yeah, it sucks. But you know, the world is going to hell anyway. You might as well do something good with the remainder of your life. And if that can create more life in the future, you know, I don't think that's a difficult choice, but not everybody thinks the same, so I understand why somebody would just give up as well. Maybe working 18 months or 16 months or whatever makes you unmotivated at the end. Get tired of it.
Of course I'll do it.
And
to be
again.
given the opportunity to rebuild what the damage that I...
Yep.
Well, I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us took it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves they weren't cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation. Better at competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. It's just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom.
Yeah.
I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be atonement.
I do keep thinking about that in our day and age with a society that keeps creating things that ends up in the trash. Our overconsumption of plastic for views, for I don't know. And then we send clothes to countries. We think we're filtering the clothes in a good way, or I don't know the word right now, but then it just ends up in landfills in other countries where it ends up in their rivers and stuff, so we just destroy other places. Like richer countries like Norway and other countries that are richer, our overconsumption, we think we're recycling. That's the word I'm looking for. And then we just dump it on other like less fortunate countries that don't have the means to stop it. And it's just like I try to only buy the clothes that I need and usually like the better quality, but unfortunately I'm not I don't have a ton of money, so quality is a little bit iffy. Sometimes I have to buy cheap, but then I only buy what I actually need. I hate overconsumption. I hate. Have you guys seen the people that get these boxes with those things in them? The Labubu? Is that what it's called? Dude, I love watching unboxings. I hate it, but it's the dopamine you get from getting rare things. But then just imagine what these things are made of, like bad plastic, and just what happens to them eventually. You know, like just freaking. I hate humans sometimes. Sometimes I hate humans. Because like, what are we doing? Why are we doing this? Why are we destroying our own life or our world, our own life? Well, we're destroying our life too, I guess. And then the AI stuff taking over, and then we're making androids or robots, and it's just a lot. It's a lot we're doing right now to destroy.
If you're still nauseous. No, the inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this, but the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no. No, life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like Syzygy East. Like the Congo. Like Timo. Like us. That's our reward? A buried city full of terminal patients waiting out the clock?
You grow old together, with your loved ones, in safety.
I don't have loved ones. I suppose I could start a family?
I'm afraid not. All inhabitants of Elysium will be medically sterilized.
Why would you make a baby and then have to kill it a few months later?
Individuals for up to 100 years is a huge challenge, Dr. Alpert. If the population grows instead of diminishes, everyone will be dead inside 30 years.
Okay.
I knew it. I just couldn't
Dude,
bring
the plague
myself
thing
to say the
confuses me.
words.
I'm sorry.
Finish it. Medical euthanasia. I want no part of this. I just want it over.
I see. Protocols require a 48-hour waiting period, after which...
Yeah, okay, so the plague is not taking everybody, and you can live in this facility. They're saying 100 years, and then they're saying 30 years, and I just keep getting more confused. But that's okay. Sure, I'll get clarity.
See to make sure I behave this time?
Security, for your protection. Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Sure. I'll tell you. Surprised. No, flabbergasted. Like my old man would say, flabbergasted. That vein pumping in his forehead. I thought you people were just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist.
I can understand why you would see it that way.
It's... Jesus.
Seems very hard to believe that you can do something like that.
I'm ready to leave now.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here.
You can't. They'll kill you.
You don't... Get your hands off me!
Or restrain you and... Yeah. Yeah, if you're not helping, I would rather be euthanized than end up in a...
Alert.
Like a room.
Medical wing inaccessible.
Okay. There's a purple thing over here. Pick up stranded shackles. What the hell? Can I see that? Special items? Yeah. This mysterious item is valuable only to the most curious merchants. Shackles made from an unknown smooth material. Huh. Wait, power cell. I have 2. How many did I need? I don't know. Okay, we can go in here. Oh, is this where they euthanize maybe? Or restrain, but it's just one room, so I don't know. Dude, this is so interesting. Dude, I was not gonna record 3 episodes today. I was just gonna do 2 because it's a workout day, and I normally only record 2 episodes of something on workout days because like it's hard to have time for both. But I also, I mean, yeah. I think I'll have to record 3 though. Doesn't look like I'll be able to save in a while.
I might need these.
So. Are we ready? Yeah, I'm not sure I got everything, so let's have a look around again. Counselor Guidelines 2. For debriefing after presentation 2, it is vitally important that candidates choose to participate in Project Zero Dawn voluntarily and knowingly, without additional coercion or without value judgment on the part of the counselor. Confirm for candidates that they were selected due to their skill sets and accomplishments. Emphasize... Dude, I can't speak. That their dedicated participation in Zero Dawn will increase the project's chances of success. Frame participation in Zero Dawn as an opportunity to respond actively in the face of an overwhelming threat. Candidates may question the fairness of their selection, validate such objections as normal, even admirable responses. Emphasize the value of candidates' expertise to the future, not just of humanity, but terrestrial life as a whole. Likewise, candidates may balk at the morality of extending their lifespans and those of loved ones beyond 0 day. Okay, I just had a thought, because when we start this game, we're learning of machines attacking or being corrupted. I'm still having a little bit of a hard time following the line of the machines cleansing the earth. When did they turn dangerous to... because weren't they always dangerous? Dude, I'm so confused. It's okay. Validate their hesitation. Acknowledge that while the reward of Elysium is not fair, it will be earned. If possible, redirect their ethical misgivings towards a greater commitment to the project. When candidates challenge the plausibility of Project Zero Dawn, permit them to review Dr. Sobek's presentation as many times as they wish and allow access to supplemental articles G01 through P20. Allow them to suspend the interview to fully process this documentation. A significant minority of candidates will elect for medical euthanasia. It is important to receive this decision kindly and without judgment. Advise them of the 48-hour waiting period during which counselors will be available to discuss their decision. Emphasize that euthanasia will not occur without repeated consent when the procedure is scheduled to take place. No one will be euthanized against her or his will. Candidates who elect indefinite detention must be informed that they have 48 hours to reverse their decision, after which the decision data corrupted. Okay. Okay, and now we're back here, okay? Yeah, we looked here. Looked around here. Okay, I think we're good. I think I looked through everything here. Could be wrong, but I think so.
Intruder! Get her!
Dude, I was just...
Don't die now.
Okay. She did not want to pull an arrow. Dude, they be tanky. I can't see him shooting like that. I'm hitting something. Aw, that missed. Okay, that didn't even shoot. That missed. Okay, and that hit for some reason. Alright, didn't take that much damage. We're okay.
I hashed it out with them, what the point of Artemis was. I made it clear I wasn't on board for a global zoo. We haven't exactly proved ourselves to be great custodians in the past few thousand years. So the idea of a reconstituted biosphere, well, it's horrifying, isn't it? A complete horror show. We have no right to take a best guess at this stuff. But the alternative?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Exactly, that was what I was thinking.
For there to have been all this and then nothing. And with Charles Ronson running the show, I respect him. He's got a passion to him. He's hot-blooded. So I said I'll do it. I'll put my all into this, literally. When the project is done, I'll take the medical option, thank you. Counselor said I might change my mind. I told him that he didn't know me very well then. For life's sake, I'll do the dirty work. But I want no part of this pathetic attenuated future on offer. I'm an outdoors man. Never did like the feel of solid-state lighting on my skin. And a wee bit of a claustrophobe anyway.
Hmm. Yeah, just imagine like you create these machines that are steered by AI and then you make an AI to save you again as well. It's I understand being skeptical of everything. Man-made creations. Okay. Okay, we have stuff in there. I'm just gonna loot these bodies first.
Forget about traveling light. Power's down.
Is there another route?
I've done this before. Just be my focus.
Okay, you want to go down there. That's okay. Okay, we'll check in here first.
Zero Dawn.
Christina again.
It is art, in a way. An expression on the grandest scale. But there is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee? By algorithm? My family will be saved because I happen to graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Sauvé? Christina Sauvé?
Yes. I met a man, another historian. His fields are Bauhaus and the New Materialists. But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance. Of all the many people in that auditorium, that we should both be here now. And yet, I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair. Not at all. But for the sake of my family, for the sake of art.
For the sake of the future.
Art is alive. It must be able to speak from beyond history and echo in the future, not perish into oblivion. This opportunity, I must do this.
Yep. Box. Travis.
Now, those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back in the day, I enjoyed schooling them. But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute, and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect her to see how ridiculous Zero D's ambitions are. God's own budget thrown at a kid playing with a hologram sculptor? Palms up, honey. I'm just calling it like it is. Hey, look, Mom, I'm making nature. Now, if nature is so important, why not let nature take its course? Extinction? That's natural. Zero Dawn? No, ma'am, that ain't. Heck,
Yeah,
it's so
I
unnatural to
understand
be
that.
called an abomination back home, and you know it. That's why you're hiding it. Meanwhile, my little honey of a counselor, she's munching the inside of her cheek. Bad habit. She chewed one of her nails, too, just one. Not your day, was it, little sweet pea? Saw her quota slipping away. Said, I assume you intend to decline the assignment, Mr. Tate. You kidding me? 18 months hard labor in exchange for 30 years lounging around Elysium watching porn? Sign me up.
Yeah. Yeah. sure. Yeah, we already checked that. Yeah, it's rough. Everything's rough here. It's very interesting seeing these point of views, though. I like it. Don't think I can do anything else up here. So, gotta go down. Though I'm watching the time. Watching the time. I need to keep these episodes. I know some episodes of Horizon I've done a little bit longer, but today, if I'm gonna record 3, I really gotta be on point with it.
Here we go.
So
another one of these. Need to find the right configuration.
That's what I'm thinking.
There's a part missing. Maybe there's a storage area nearby.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
In reverse.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for...
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to leave this one here. As I said, I did not plan on recording 3 episodes today, and that's where we're ending up because I can't leave this facility yet. What I will say though, if you're watching this on early access, there's a chance that the next episode, even though I'm recording it today, usually I record and edit on the same day and upload on the same day, but I don't know if I'm gonna record a full hour. It depends on when I get out of here. The next one might be longer than an hour though. I don't know. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to get out of here. But yeah, we're just gonna have to see where this one goes. But regarding everything we're learning, I am so invested. It's all very interesting. I love seeing the point of views from the audio files. It's a lot of fun. Seeing who decides not to continue with what their morals are, what they're thinking about this Zero Dawn, which is, again, a man-made situation instead of letting nature take its course. But then again, the machines were a man-made thing, but then again, that's nature. We're nature creating something, and then that destroys the earth. And it's all super interesting. I'm excited to learn more, but we're gonna have to wrap this one up here. So I hope you enjoyed it. And again, point out anything in the comments if you feel like I need to know more, or if you see me missing things. Completely fine. Let me know in the comments, and I will catch you on the next one.